Enjoy this free preview from MyOutdoorTV. With the largest library of outdoor shows, we're the home of the adventurous, the champions, the legends. MyOutdoorTV. Try us free.
Oh, it has been said, my friends, that wind is your friend, kind of like today. Well, why is that? Well, we're going to find out. Not only that, we're going to knock their lights out. Yeah! Backhand! Whoa!
Yes, sir!
Whoa!
Yes!
That's a giant, dude. Got it.
Yeah.
Backhand. There is it's weird. This whole season, I have had a rain suit on and bibs, and I look at cameraman Brian and Wes and Jaden, and it's been one of those springs. And you all know this. You get those springs that's just cold and windy and blowing and blowing. And finally, I said to the crew, I said, you know what? Let's embrace it. Let's make wind our friend, because evidently, it's never gonna get calm again. Except for today, right? Ooh, solo show time, boys and girls. And you know what? I have said this countless different times. I only have one enemy. I have one enemy on this show throughout the last 20 years or more, and that's the weather. The weather has been our enemy the last, I don't know, 5 weeks. You all can relate to that on your day off. Like if you look that way, the front has passed. Clear skies are coming. You ready? Today, come back here. Wind will be our friend. I took my boys fishing about a 1 week prior to this shoot, and one of them finally looked at me and said, Dad, we're up to over 100 in 4 hours. You need the tape here. Don't you threaten me with a good time, Hunter and Jacob, right? Y'all go to work. You know what I mean?
How many have we caught so far?
I already know. I just stopped counting after like 10 minutes.
We launched the boat, and I had basically my arsenal. And how I attack wind, especially when the bass are going shallow, is my bird dog is gonna be a 1/2 ounce thunder cricket. Green pumpkin, a green pumpkin blade minnow trailer. And you go until you connect with one. And it starts in the first 5 minutes. Like, I don't know what we're gonna end up catching them on, but this should be Power Fishing 101 today. Oh, that is so cool, man. Nice one. So this is no joke. I brought brother Seth here about a month and a couple weeks ago, and the water temp was a nice balmy 37 degrees, and we got one bite. And I was like, I gotta get revenge. We're gonna catch a lot that size today. We're gonna, like I said, those are nice fish. It's a nice fish. I'm tweaked out of my mind. They're hitting it really hard when they hit it. And what'll happen is you're gonna go through a pile of those little males looking for their girlfriend. We'll find her. You could tell you were burning it on the outside of those reeds where those males were moving in to get ready to spawn. The way they were hitting it, you're like, yes, they're biting. The only thing is you can get wrapped up in a vicious numbers game where all of those bites you're getting kind of suck you into a numbers game. And I turned around and I looked at cameraman Brian and I said, somewhere we're gonna find a bunch of the ladies. They're probably 30 to 40 yards away. And that's exactly how the show started. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. 50 yards out from where those males were. Come here. Come here. Open up. Uh-huh. Where are you? Good. Blowed up female. Picture time, boys. Picture time, picture time. It's gonna happen.
Zona's Awesome Fishing Show is brought to you by Ram Trucks, Luz, Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, Mercury, Humminbird, Trocar, and by Miller Tech.
Not a boat on the lake, huh? It's unbelievable to put into words that we're on a very popular pressured lake and there is not a single boat out. There's nobody out because of the predicted, not there yet, the predicted 20 to 30 mile per hour winds that were coming. We had the lake completely to ourselves. That's a good one. Nice. Nice. Okay, I want to show you something real quick. You saw, that's a chub right there. You saw all those males up along those reeds. And if you look, those reeds are right there. We're about 70 yards in front. I made that comment the first couple minutes. Them big females will sit out and just sag together before they charge up in there to hang out with the guys. In this show, we're gonna throw 4 key baits. Number 1 is a 1/2 ounce Strike King Thunder Cricket, a 1/4 ounce Hack Attack swim jig with a Rage Craw trailer, a KVD Pro Elite Jerkbait Color Pro Smelt, and last but not least, a new Strike King homing minnow. Ooh. Ooh. They're biting today, man. They're really biting. Just nice little fatties, females. I think I got a real one. No, nice one. Good quality, man. Nice one. Nice one. Let's go. That's exactly what I was talking about with, nice one. When that bladed jig gets hung up, that sucked. What am I doing? When that bladed jig gets hung up in the grass, like it got hung in grass, and I popped it, And that line, just let it sit up just high enough to where that fish got it. What I've really learned on a lot of lakes is in the spring, in a lot of the dark bottom bays, they warm a little bit faster than the main lake. And what happens is there's a push of not dozens of bass, there's a push of hundreds and hundreds of bass. And when you combine that with a little ripple that could turn into major wind, female, that is the recipe for what I call batting practice. And I like the batting cages. We're gonna do this for a little longer, and I gotta not do this. Biggin. God, that fish. Did you see the surface flush? I gotta get away from this. That's like a slice of heaven, right? Why are those people that live in that house not out bassing today? All right, listen, we're gonna keep swinging at the cage, but we gotta not do this much longer. That's the last throw. We're out of here. Gosh dang. Get out of here. Another nice one. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do this large again. Look at that old chub. I mean, I'm gonna do this largie game, okay? For about another hour. Okay? And then we're gonna switch gears and go to his favorite cousin, Mr. Smallmouth. I nailed it, dude.
Log on to check out more Z-Train online.
Look at that female. No chunk. So it's going. I said, guys, let's, call me crazy, but let's go out in the main lake and see if we can snatch up a smallmouth or two. It could not have been better conditions. The sun was out, and I was throwing a new Strike King homing minnow, and donk, I catch just a little smallmouth, and I kind of looked at the crew. I was like, okay, let's do this for a little bit. New little homing minnow, looks exactly like his baby. That's a good sign, dude. This could get ugly. Oh my gosh. Oh, hi. Hey. What a day of bassing, man. Look how they're getting that. When you located them with that jerkbait, look at how they were getting it. That's a KVD Elite Color jerkbait called Smelt. Trebles all in their grill, not one little back hook. You knew they are eating all over the lake. Hold up. Got it. The problem was, it started to rip. I mean blow! Look at that face full of treble. Good one. Bud, you are throwing the right lure when they are getting it like that. Hold on. You do some surgery. Stop it. Zackers! Zackers! We have dealt with wind all spring long. I needed to take just a mental time out. Nice one. Okay. It was fun playing out in the wind out there. But we're going back to the batting cage. We're gonna knock them out where we're headed. It is that time of day. We're going to a backwater bay, and I literally came off the throttle, and they were everywhere. Dude, they're everywhere. God dang, dude, they're everywhere. When they get up in that real thin water, there can be 100, but they get really spooky right before they spawn. Like you can lift your arm to cast and they will just big in front of me. It's like you're literally in a Bass Pro Shops aquarium. Good one. There are so many back here, dude. Okay. God, what a day, man. Just a nice, pretty one. We're gonna go a little finesse because they're in like 10 inches of water, and that's the only thing I could think to catch them right now is that homing minnow. Right when I got that first bite, it was over and over and over, and those were nice tournament size fish, man. Okay, that just opened up a whole new, thing right there. That fish is locked on a bed. Look at that, huh? You talk about a bed fishing bait. What's he doing up there? Woo!
Zona's Awesome Fishing Show, powered by Ram, is brought to you by Seaguar, AFCO, TH Marine, Power Pole, Minn Kota, Kuda Tools, and by Strike King.
This bait is a weapon. I couldn't catch these on anything else right now. It's so shallow. Gosh, just all nice ones, man. Oh my gosh. What's really interesting, if you watch how this show is transpiring, in the wind, it was all, for the most part, power fishing. A thunder cricket, a swim jig, a jerk bait. And then when we got into that little back bay, it instantly transitioned to finesse. I came into this backwater, I couldn't get them to bite anything. And there's a lot of fish, you know, when you get in these backwaters, doesn't matter if you're down south, whatever, and you see them cruising and they get real twitchy. Like they don't want to bite anything. This thing right here, just swimming it. Don't matter if you're smallmouth fishing or up shallow, cruising largies. That's a weapon, dude. Gosh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is like the biggest beat down. Dude, I thought that was a 5-pounder. I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. I literally thought that was a gorilla. Nice one.
A Ram beast of a week.
Good quality, man.
high.
We caught 617 bass on 314 different lures. Done. We are done. This is one of those shows where we said we're done 316 different times. We're done. No, we're not. Get up in here. We are done. What a day. That was a bass fishing day. You know, we're just pounding on them. And then when that wind switched, I said to cameraman Brian, we've got to go back in the heart of that wind and end this day just like we started power fishing. Yep, right where we started. It's a nice one, man. Ooh, 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 ooh. Look at that old chub. That's a good one. We need that. Done. We are, say it, B. Done. We don't get it right all the time on the Zona show, and a lot of times we are looking for the biggest ones that swim. This was a show, again, best way to put it, it was fun walking back into the batting cages because we took batting practice. That was a beatdown. That was a beatdown that is hard to comprehend and tell somebody what just happened, man. Oh my gosh. Like, I want to go back there right now.